everyone, welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. In this episode, we are with a famous artist who is right now working on some stuff for Ninja Turtles, Ron English. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we also have Tokka co-hosting this episode and helping out with the interview. So if you have any questions, feel free to chime in.
Okay.
Now, how did you get into art?
How did I get into art? I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was blowing up stuff in my backyard, and my mom caught me. So she put me like in my room and shut the door and said, "You have to stay there for 1 hour." And when she came back, I was drawing, and I refused to leave the room. I found something cooler than firecrackers.
It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
When did you start doing professional artwork?
I sold my first painting when I was 8 years old. It was St. Basil's Cathedral, and actually an art teacher bought it to show to her students, you know, and then she would show it to them, and then they would say, "Oh, that's really good," and then she would say, "You know, an 8-year-old did this," and they're like, "Oh, we better step it up a little." So
that works.
I've been an off and on professional artist my whole life.
When did you first hear of Ninja Turtles? Are you a fan yourself?
I never knew that much about the Ninja Turtles. My sister told me about them because she lived up in Massachusetts and was friends with those guys when they first started out a long, long time ago. So she was telling me about them. That's how I first became aware of them.
Okay.
They were kind of like the first, like the new kind of humor that's kind of prevails everything now. But before it wasn't really around like that. It was like the first of the new wave.
Do you have a favorite turtle?
No, I'm not gonna, you know.
No.
No, because you know how it is. I don't have a favorite anything. I love everybody and everything.
Tokka, do you got anything to add? I know you're a fan of his work.
Yes, I'm a very big fan of Ron English's work. You have very big work in very big places and very big connections, such as like Shepherd Ferry. Can you explain some of your affiliation with Shepherd and your history with him?
Oh, Shepherd?
Yeah, man, because you've got some great stuff going on.
Yeah.
Just even the past 4 years.
You know, we used to go out and bomb together when, you know, he first started doing stuff. But you know, we're like on this weird circuit. So I saw him a month ago in London, and he was doing a mural and I was doing a mural. But we're all friends, but it's kind of in a weird way because we don't decide who goes on the circuit. Other people, like, they want the same artist everywhere. So everywhere you go, there's Shepherd. You know, there's the same people. So we all hang out together, but we're put together by other people. It's kind of weird.
Can you explain some of the facets and foundations of your work? Because you got some very, very controversial stuff out there, to say the least. Very fascinating to me. I love it. It's beautiful. I don't know.
Well, my art's about perspective.
Yeah,
it's about,
exactly.
but it's trying to see things from a different perspective. Either where I alter physical perspective to make you feel kind of weird, but also like, you know, when you travel and you go to another country and you come back to your country and your country suddenly seems really weird because suddenly you're seeing it with foreign eyes. I would like to sustain that. So you never feel like comfortable with the way you see everything. You're always questioning everything and seeing everything anew.
There's usually a lot of statements made too. Maybe somewhat political, make you think, I don't know, the Ronald McDonald is really the big popular one, but even the...
Yeah, like I think being an artist, maybe it's like being a musician, you know. It's like, you did that song Stairway to Heaven. It's like, and then they may not know anything else of their catalog. So you have a couple things that kind of poke above the water, you know, the tip of the iceberg, but usually there's a million other things underneath it. So sometimes you have to remind yourself, yeah, that's the thing that people know. But
I think that's really what's waking people up about the Turtle license. I mean, it blew me away. I mean, like I was telling you at the booth, San Diego Comic-Con premiered the Flood brand of watches for Turtles. It's coming out later in the year here, holiday 2012. And so for San Diego Con to announce this brand new thing that's never been really done for Turtles, a designer line of watches. And to parallel that, they're doing Fila hats, new edition hats, and a bunch of great stuff you can find at like locals or whatever.
Right. But that's something that's actually going on. See, they kind of left and now they're back, and now it's a new paradigm and people are doing things differently. So they have to get back in the mix in the same way. But now everything is like, they like the X thing like Ron English times Dude Box, Ron English times Pearl Jam. So it's really about collaborating now with others.
But for old school Turtle fans, what I think happened when they saw those shirts, for example, they were the most talked about shirts at San Diego Comic Con. Did you go down and see that exclusive poster of those crazy shirts? Oh my God! And the old school Turtle fans didn't know what to think of it. I'm like, dude, that's just Ron English.
But if you're if you have something that's part of pop culture, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to everybody. Exactly. So it belongs to all the fans. So then they have an ownership kind of vibe with it. So like when somebody does something new with it, they feel like you're kind of fucking with the thing, And
that's what was exciting about this, because I mean, we'd gotten such a, I don't know, the comics, the toys. There's been many iterations of Turtles, but this is one step up. I mean, we've all seen Turtle graffiti and stuff, but this is like on a whole new level. I mean, we're talking very, very fine art.
Speaking about this being new to Ninja Turtles, how was it actually brought up to you? Did Nickelodeon approach you to do this?
Yeah. Jason Sutton hooked me up with them. So, I'm trying to remember how that happened. Yeah, I don't know. I think that when they were going through a new rebranding, and you want to come out, and you want to get up with the times, and I'm somebody that's collaborated with a lot of people, so it's kind of known. So it gives them some new itty credibility, to collaborate with me, and then it gives me big pop world credibility to collaborate with them.
Yeah.
So everybody wins,
It's such a striking look. Ron's style is so distinctive, shocking and disturbing even. But I mean, that's what's beautiful about it. And for the Turtles to be exposed to that on such a professional level like this, at such a high profile level, it's just amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, art's alive.
Yeah,
it's always changing, and I think it's kind of like like a long time ago when Bob Dylan got an electric guitar, and all of his original fans go, "Oh, whoa, dude!" But it's like, if you love an artist or a pop icon, you have to let them grow and change and try new things. You can't just say, because you've already got that. You've already got those old records or whatever, the old stuff. It's done. It's yours forever. But you have to let them try new things, and you have to let them fail sometimes.
Well, the more they try new things, the more you have to see instead of just sticking with the same.
But also, it's part of the creative process, and maybe it'll work, maybe it'll work fantastically, maybe it won't work, but they have to keep moving.
Oh yeah, I totally agree there. And a lot of fandoms have it. I mean, Batman, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The process, did you do any concept art that they had to approve, or did you just do the designs and that's right away your first design was the ones used for the watches and shirts?
Well, I did two different things. The stuff for the watches was a thing I do called a grin. So I did a Bart grin. All the famous icons, I've done grins of them so you can see what their skull looks like. And but then also did a series of paintings where, I painted in the style of the artist that they're based on, loosely, and a little bit more on my style. So the paintings are super elaborate, super trippy, but they haven't been.
The Mona Lisa Leonardo.
Yeah.
That's the first one they released, but the three others are even more intense, and they're not going to release those till the spring. And we're going to do a show at there's a basement of Toy Tokyo, a secret art gallery. So we're going to have a pop-up show with all that stuff.
Okay, that's something to look forward to next year. That's for sure.
Yeah, but you can't take something that's detailed and put it on a watch. So I had to do more simple stuff for the watch, and this is the more elaborate stuff that'll come out in the spring.
Wow.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Really exciting.
I hope you like it. Hope the fans like it. They don't kick my ass. So,
they are
ninjas, right? Yeah. I don't know. I worry about anybody called ninja. Yeah.
Come on, I'm a fan. You got me on your side. It's all right.
Yeah. I got my bodyguard.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
The zombie turtle Tokka.
Cool. Well, thank you. That was great.
What other medias have you worked with? Big medias out there?
With other big brands?
Yeah.
Right now I'm supposed to do some with Linkin Park and Pearl Jam that I'm working on, and I did a toy release a few months ago with Chris Brown, the singer. God, what else? Seems like there's a million things that I'm not thinking of them off the bat. The Simpsons, I did a bark run with the Simpsons. There's a lot of stuff.
Super Size Me.
Well, that really wasn't with McDonald's. That was sort of making fun of McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah.
Is there anything you would like to say to the Turtle fans who are watching this that have seen your T-shirts and are anticipating the paintings?
I think you're gonna love the paintings. I think you're gonna love the paintings. So I worked really hard on the paintings. The other ones I made really quick for the watch because it's only gonna appear this big.
Yeah, they're.
So they had to be very simple and very graphic, and the paintings are like where my heart's really at. So if they don't like those, I'll have to shoot myself.
No, I think it's pretty safe to say there's going to be a huge chunk of people that really, really like the crazy watches and the creepy design. I mean, it's Ron.
Yeah, and they're getting, now they have all my fans, so they're getting all new fans
exactly.
now. So,
Exactly.
It just makes the fan base bigger, and again, it takes the Turtles in a whole new realm.
We've had a lot of great times with that, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of your work with Turtles. And I can't wait to see these paintings this spring.
Again, thank you so much. It was an honor.
Thank you for being on the show. And this is from New York City Comic Con, Cowabunga Corner. We'll have more interviews and more updates as soon as we can. Thank you for watching.